Commander Huggins, thank you. This week, thank you. This week, and I confirmed with Don Allen, who sent me, who is with Public Works, sent me a notice yesterday that September 23rd is the date that Public Works is going to go down to Tip City and clean out Tip City. We had originally sat down and brought people together to talk about organizing a cleanup campaign for Tent City, and then moving beyond that and having some dialogue around trying to develop some type of public hearing around what do we do with homeless encampments that are scattered throughout the city of Nashville. And how do we bring some order to our homeless encampments and make them more structured and make them more service-oriented so that we give people access to services even in homeless camps. And this past weekend, there was an incident that happened down in Tent City, to my understanding, the reports that I get, where a gentleman was beat up and stabbed. And that gentleman is still in Vanderbilt, and he's holding on right now. And as a result of that, the police launched an investigation, and the police decided it's time to come in and clean up Tent City. And so that's kind of where we are. Park Center, Steve Sammer, along with Jenny Alexander, I saw her somewhere, Will Conley, myself, and others, we are working with those individuals down at Tent City that would like to, that we can help relocate to housing and other services and programs. So there's an all-out effort to assist individuals where we can. But as of today, September the 23rd is the date in which Public Works is going to come in with backhoes, knuckle busters, dump trucks, and take down Tent City. Anything to add?
Also, just on our efforts, it's not just because of the incident that happened on Friday night, and I did respond to Riverfront Park where the victim had to walk that far to get help. The guy's face was beat almost beyond recognition, and like I said, he is holding on. They do think that he possibly could make it, but then again, he's not out of the woods yet. Also, it's not just as the fact that it is a safety and a health issue down there, and one of the things that I talked with Kate Howard from Tennessee, are you here? Okay. One of the things is that it is partially private and it's partially owned by metropolitan government. And like I explained to Kate the other day, if you were living in an apartment house that was owned by a slumlord or a landlord who did not keep up with, pest control, did not keep up with codes, electrical, things of that nature, the first thing you would do is call and make a complaint to the codes department and get that landlord cited or make them come up to code. Well, when you look at it, guess who's the landlord? It's the metropolitan government. So right now, it's not a safe area for people to be. It's not designed for human habitation. In campgrounds, you have shower houses. In campgrounds, you have waste disposal areas, things of that nature. So basically, what we're looking at is it's a safety and a health issue as far as when we do get 911 calls for the camp, we do have to park our squad cars and we walk a great deal of distance back into the woods, and good luck finding the person who is actually calling for help. So, as far as response time down there for instances such as this, it's not a very good response time either. So we're going at it from a safety and a health issue, and that's basically what we use to determine the fact that it's not a good area for human habitation. It's not a safe area where we can provide police services.
It is downtown Inner City Ministries, which is
Answers.
Sort of under the Sylvan Adams Bridge, under the river.
Oh, under the bridge.
And another thing I'd like to add is that this type of decision was made. We talked to different people that are service providers. I talked to Steve, and he seemed to think that that the people that needed to get housing, you said you thought you could get them into housing or some type of transitional housing
We're certainly working on it.
by the end of September. I talked to Clifton, so it wasn't a decision that we made on our own without discussing it with anybody. And I do know that when it was first talked about, I know that Steve and I think Jeannie and several other people just went down there and just made a real concerted effort to go down there on the front end and just to see if we couldn't help the people. And sometimes, you know, I think people talk about comfort zones. A lot of times people are in their comfort zone. That is their house. That is their area. Sometimes I know that I have to step out of my comfort zone, and sometimes people need a little push to step out of that comfort zone and to get something that is better for them, and they do need that push. And in law enforcement, sometimes we have to help people that really don't want help. It's one of those very catchy situations. You've got the person, and this is just a likeness, a person standing on the edge of the railing on a bridge going to jump off. Well, fortunately, I can't go, well, if they want to jump off, let them jump off. I have to go in there and try to help them, and I know that's probably apples and oranges, but to help people that really don't want help, it's still, you know, it's a catchy situation, but we feel that we need to do it.
Let me, monitoring the situation and watching it over the last couple of weeks, I mean, I think it's important to know the roles involved. I think Clifton was asked to come in and try to assist with the situation, maybe help, mediate in a way and see if there was a way to bring additional services to bear. But the decision, as I understand it, I've just heard it this morning, though, sounds like it's a police department and a public works decision to act September 23rd, correct?
And I would say not many city ministries don't have asked, don't have something discussed.
Because a portion of it is private property that traditionally they had allowed, they had put the other way, I suppose.
They have provided services for years. Things have just mushroomed, and there's a core group of individuals that have been good neighbors. I will say that, and I've had some of the best tomatoes and cucumbers come out of the city community. But then there's been a new influx of individuals that have come in and have just made it bad for everyone. And so the original residents in all of the city, unfortunately, is having to bear the brunt of the punishment, as a result of the newcomers that have come in and made it bad for everybody. In many neighborhoods, there's always one or two individuals that just want to do that.